PowerColor AMD Radeon RX 7800 XT 16GB review, the compact 1440p GPU that delivers. You're staring at your setup right now, aren't you? That GPU you bought 2 years ago, maybe a 6GB or 8GB card, and you're watching it buckle under the pressure of every new game release. Hogwarts Legacy throws VRAM warnings at medium textures, Starfield stutters at 1440p. You've turned settings down so many times you've memorized which sliders kill performance first. Sunday night arrives, and you're scrolling forums, watching benchmarks, trying to figure out if upgrading is worth it, or if you're throwing money at diminishing returns. That quiet frustration, the sinking feeling when a game you've waited months to play runs poorly on hardware that should still be capable, builds up slowly until you can't ignore it anymore. And here's the thing, you know something has to change, but every upgrade path feels like a compromise or a gamble. Sound familiar? The worst part isn't even the low frame rates. It's the constant mental negotiation. You load into a game, immediately drop textures to high instead of ultra because you know your VRAM can't handle it. You disable ray tracing before even testing it. You watch your friends streaming at 1440p with buttery smooth gameplay while you're locked at 60 frames per second with dips into the 40s during action sequences. Every new release becomes a calculation. Can my card handle this, or do I wait for patches and optimizations that may never come? You've tried overclocking, you've cleaned drivers, you've convinced yourself that 1080p is good enough, even though you bought a 1440p monitor specifically to enjoy higher fidelity. The slowdown is invisible to others, but you feel it, that constant background tension of wondering when the next game will be the one your GPU simply can't run acceptably. Meanwhile, the upgrade treadmill spins faster, prices stay high, and you're stuck in limbo, watching your gaming experience erode frame by frame, texture pop by texture pop. How much longer can you justify waiting? Then everything changed when I installed the PowerColor twin-fan AMD Radeon RX 7800 XT 16GB GDDR6. Don't just pick any 1440p graphics card. Make sure it has 16 gigabytes of VRAM on a 256-bit bus so you never suffer those frustrating VRAM limitation warnings and texture stutters literally everyone with 8GB cards complains about again. This card is built on AMD's RDNA 3 architecture, packing 60 compute units and hardware-accelerated ray tracing into a compact dual-fan design that actually fits in normal mid-tower cases. Here's what surprised me. It's not some overbuilt, overpriced enthusiast model. It's the no-nonsense reference speed version that delivers full RX 7800 XT performance without the markup for RGB lights and triple fan cooling you don't need. And that 16 gigabyte frame buffer? It's the difference between compromising and dominating at 1440p. Within 1 week of using the PowerColor twin-fan RX 7800 XT, my entire 1440p gaming experience transformed. Cyberpunk 2077 at high settings, steady 85 frames per second without VRAM warnings. Hogwarts Legacy maxed out, 80 frames per second, silky smooth. Starfield, Baldur's Gate 3, Call of Duty, every single title ran at settings I'd given up on with my old card. The 16 gigabyte VRAM eliminated every compromise I'd been making. A PC hardware expert I follow called the RX 7800 XT the performance per dollar champion at 1440p, and a system builder influencer mentioned the twin fan specifically as the sleeper hit that fits everywhere and costs less without sacrificing the chip's power. One user, upgrading from an RX 5700 XT, said his frame rates more than doubled in demanding titles.
Let me explain the real advantage here. This card beats NVIDIA's RTX 4070 in raw rasterization performance, while offering 33% more VRAM, often at a lower price. Yes, the dual-fan cooler runs slightly warmer than triple-fan models, around 75 to 78 degrees Celsius during gaming instead of 70 degrees, but temps stay well within safe limits, and fan noise remains reasonable with decent case airflow. The compact 267mm length fits cases that reject oversized cards. What's your bigger priority? An extra fan you don't need? Or an extra 4 gigabytes of VRAM you absolutely will?
Imagine loading your next game, cranking every setting to maximum, and watching it run flawlessly at 1440p with frame rates that keep your high refresh monitor fed and your experience smooth. Thousands of gamers and creators have already chosen the PowerColor twin-fan AMD Radeon RX 7800 XT 16GB GDDR6 to escape VRAM bottlenecks and unlock true 1440p performance without overspending on features they don't use. If you're ready to stop compromising on textures and start enjoying games the way they were meant to be played, the affiliate link is in the description and pinned comment below. Let's end the stuttering and bring back the smoothness. Your 1440p experience deserves this upgrade.
For demo videos and current pricing, check the link in the description.